tough stance on border security and ordering 1,000 National Guard troops to deploy may have helped Governor Rick Perry surge in Republican presidential polls. These are the latest numbers from Fox News. Perry is tied with Jeb Bush for first place at 12%. Perry's numbers are up from 5 points in April. Senator Ted Cruz is just a few points behind with 9% support among potential Republican candidates. Governor Perry may be leading, but the governor has not yet announced if he'll be running for president again. Our Kevin Schwaller looked into the governor's jump in support.
And the poll shows the governor has some support right now. Today, we spoke to someone inside Perry's last presidential campaign and asked what this means for the future of the Texas governor.
It was a great experience to visit with people in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina.
Ray Sullivan knows more about Governor Rick Perry's last presidential bid than most. He was Perry's communications director during that campaign.
Probably the most emotionally, physically, mentally taxing thing an individual can do, and probably should be when you're going for president of the United States.
So is Governor Perry preparing for another shot at the Oval Office? We looked at where the governor is traveling. KXAN News got a hold of Perry's travel itinerary from the beginning of May through mid-July. The governor made trips to California, the important political state of Florida. He also made trips to the key primary states of Iowa in May and to South Carolina at the beginning of July. And this week, the governor weighed in on a race in New Hampshire.
It looks like someone who has been to Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina before, liked it, and is trying to go back and find some old friends.
They're also an important place for a presidential contender.
They are. Look, I think the governor learned a lot last time from the presidential campaign. It's important to get out early, to be prepared early.
Sullivan points out Perry is talking about the border, jobs, even Israel. Now we can only wait to see if a governor in his final term will seek higher office again.
I also asked the governor's office about the polling. We got a statement back saying Governor Perry is focused on his final term in office and working to convince more companies to expand or relocate to Texas. Kevin Schwaller, KXAN News.
By the way, a little bit of context on the governor's last presidential run. He was a front runner at one point during 2011, according to NBC News and a Wall Street Journal poll. In August of that year, he had 38% preference as first choice for GOP nominee, the highest among the candidates at that time. 3 months later, it was down to just 8%. One day following his gaffe in the debate, the governor's support dropped to just 4%. And by the way, you can see the detailed map we tracked of all the places the governor has recently visited across the country. It's online at KXAN.com.